So I'm told that the cops are in grave danger. We'll see if that's true in this story. And unprecedented nature. I mean, all these Black Lives Matter protesters are chanting. Now, you got right-wingers like Robert Deere going and actually killing cops in Planned Parenthood. You've got the guys who in Vegas killed a couple of cops on purpose and then put the "Don't Tread on Me" flag on them. They did that. They targeted cops. I don't hear that on Fox News. So those are real threats against cops, but they're never talked about. But overall, are cops in danger? Well, we'll find out in a second. Do they put other people in danger? Hell yes. So let me give you the numbers on that. While numbers vary from source to source, the Washington Post cites 975 times that cops killed people in this country this year alone, while The Guardian puts the tally at 1,125. The website killedbypolice.net found that police have killed 1,186 people in 2015. The U.S. government currently does not track how many people are killed in the police encounters. They don't track it because they don't want to know it. Don't ask, don't tell. So about 1,000 people shot by cops. They just had to do it. Many of them were unarmed, shockingly, and a lot of them were minorities. So let's show you some of the numbers. First of all, here's 2014 versus 2015. So the number of people being killed is higher. Well, maybe there's a higher crime rate. We'll get to that in a second, too. The answer, by the way, is no, there is not a higher crime rate. Male or female, well, you know, we often talk about black or white. Well, you're most in danger if you're a male. 90% of the people killed are males, so keep it real on that front. Now, more white people are killed overall, but when you realize that whites are about 3/4 of the country, they're still disproportionately in better shape. In fact, if you take all the minorities, more minorities are killed than white people, even though they're only 1/4 of the country. Now, we'll get back to the exact numbers on whether it is disproportionate against minorities in a second, but now let's go to the issue of, hey, wait a minute, now maybe the cops had to kill all these people because they're in unprecedented danger. That's what Fox News tells me. So let's go to some of the sources here. The Officer Down Memorial page, which tracks police officer deaths, estimates 123 police officers died in the line of duty up to this point in 2015. That's actually down 4% from the same time period in 2014. Gunfire deaths, in particular, are at 36, down 22% from the same time period last year. Now, most of the deaths of cops happen in car accidents. So they're counting those in that 123 number. When you take away the car accidents and other accidents like that, and you're just talking about gun deaths, it's 36 cops killed. They kill over 1,000. There's only 36 cops killed. It's near historic lows. In fact, the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund reported that on-duty police fatalities in 2014 totaled 117, up from a historic low of 107 in 2013, but down nearly 60% from a peak of 280 in 1974. So these last couple of years have been historic lows for cops getting killed. Fantastic. That's great news. But if you go and tell me, oh, the cops are in unprecedented danger, you are factually incorrect. It's not a matter of debate, it's a matter of numbers, and it's the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund that's telling you that. Okay? So if you don't like facts, go argue with the Memorial Fund for cops who are killed and tell them, I don't like your stinking facts. And what do you want? More cops to be killed? So the fact that cops getting killed has come down 60% in the last 40 years is wonderful. But it also should mean maybe they shouldn't shoot so many other people because they're actually not in nearly the danger they think they are. Although their training says you can get killed any second. Any second, you're about to get killed. You're about to get killed. Shoot first, whatever you do, shoot first. And then lo and behold, we have over 1,000 people killed. Now you might say, hey, listen, maybe they're not getting killed, but the crime rate overall, we live in dangerous times. Wrong again, Bob. Violent crime rates in the U.S. dropped by roughly 49% between 1994 and 2014, according to FBI data. So the crime rate is also at historic lows. So it is not because the cops are in danger. It's not because there's more violence and more crime in today's America. It is because they are trained to shoot first and ask questions later because they don't want to take any risk with their well-being at all. I mean, God forbid you could trip and twist your ankle. We wouldn't want that. Just shoot the citizens first, and then we'll figure out if any of them were guilty later. But don't worry about it. The prosecutors are on your side. They'll make the case for you, and you'll never face any justice. So now, is it disproportionately black people? Well, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention compiled data which shows that people of color are most likely to be killed by cops overall. Okay. But by how much? Get a load of this. As ThinkProgress noted last year, young black men are 21 times more likely to be killed by cops than young white men, according to a ProPublica analysis. Is it disproportionate? Yeah, just by a little bit. Young black males, 21 times more likely to be killed by cops than young white males. If you still want to deny it and say, oh no, they had it coming, or it's their culture, it's this, the cops are always right, they're always reasonable when they shoot black people, you might want to look in the mirror if you're trying to figure out what's wrong with this country. Gee, I wonder if there's still any racism left in the country. No, there's no such thing as white privilege. Well, of course you don't know that it exists because you didn't get shot, but they did.